everyone. It's me, Liesel, and I'm back to talk. Hi everyone, it's me, Liesel, and I am back on camera today to talk to you about some lovely teas from VAHDAM. So we have quite a list to get through, but before we do that, I'm going to do what I always do and make myself a cup of tea to share with you today. And I'm thinking I will go for some high mountain oolong tea. I have this really cool bulk pack of 100 tea bags, and I've gotten a lot of questions about oolong tea and how it tastes. Just give you a little show of that tea bag right there, and I love it. And I kind of struggled to explain the flavor before, so did some reading up on my different kinds of teas, and I'm happy to report that I think I might have a better answer today as to what oolong tastes like. Now, oolong is a partially oxidized tea, so I think that means that the leaves aren't like crushed all the way, only a little bit. So it has like a similar taste to a fresh green tea, and I love it because of its bright flavor. So before I pour this, when you brew oolong tea, you're supposed to use water that's a bit less hot. So this water is between 80 and 90 degrees Celsius, or 176 degrees Fahrenheit, or 194 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, it's between those temperatures that you're supposed to brew this tea, and you're only supposed to let it steep for like 3 to 5 minutes. This is also the way you would make a white tea. So I've got my 1 tea bag, my 200 milliliters of hot water, and 3 to 5 minutes. Let me just check my watch real quick, make sure I don't burn my tea. I'm really excited to have this. It smells lovely. It's currently like the middle of my work day, so I like to take a moment, make myself a lovely cup of tea to just kind of, you know, pull myself towards myself, because I mean, I got a lot of work to do. So usually what I try to do is have a cup of tea in the middle of the day, before, after lunch, and you know, have a sit outside in the sun. My work does involve just pretty much looking at a computer all day, so it's very important to me to get some time away from the screen and into some sun. Okay, so that's what I'm doing today. And if you are in the northern hemisphere right now, it should be around springtime, right? So yeah, you should be having more light in your days, and my advice is definitely capitalize on all the sunlight that you can after your long winter. Yeah, but let's chat about some teas. I think mine has about 2 more minutes in my little cute teacup before it's time to take the tea bag out. I do like a stronger tea though, so I might leave it in a skosh longer. The time is 3 to 5 minutes to brew an oolong tea, so yeah, cool. Before we talk about all of the teas I have in my tea trolley today, I do want to speak about lovely tea accessories. So you can go to VAHDAM's Amazon store and see that they have like this really cool trio of gadgets. You have this perfect measure teaspoon, which I absolutely adore. Then there is this pyramid tea infuser, and I'll open the box so you can see what that looks like. How cute! It's adorable. It's got this little hook thing on it as well. Absolutely love, love, love. And then also another favorite of mine that I'm sure you've seen a bunch of times if you've watched my other videos is this square tea infuser, and I just love it because that's how you open it. It's so easy. Love, love, love. Cool. So this trio can be purchased at Amazon, at VAHDAM's Amazon store, and at the moment I think I've written it down here somewhere. And now I obviously can't see it, but you can get that, this trio, and 2 like double-walled teacups that look like this. These are not the ones, it's similar, like Vahdam's ones are better, but you can get this trio, infuser trio, plus 2 double-walled cups for $33.99. And I feel like if you're investing in your loose leaf tea journey, you just cannot do without those things. Then there's also this stunner, the Radiance glass teapot. Definitely one, like a prized possession in my house, because it's just so beautiful. I mean, look at it. It's so wonderful if you're going to be brewing loose leaf tea for a bunch of people. It's got, you know, I believe stainless steel thingamadoodads. This is the infuser, that's where you put your loose leaf tea inside, and it's got this top on it as well. It keeps everything nicely in place. It's super easy to clean and to sterilize, which is very important to me. I like my things to be clean. And then obviously, you know, you have your Vahdam branding here up to the bottom. And yeah, it's just the perfect way to make loose leaf tea for a bunch of people. And the Radiance glass teapot is currently $27.99 on Vahdam's Amazon store. Do go and check it out. It's absolutely worth it. Yeah, definitely a prized possession. Let me check on my tea time. Okay, it's time to take out this tea bag. And I also just love these pyramid tea bags because they are so luxe, and you can see right into them. You can see that all that's in there is the tea. So here I have my cup of high mountain oolong tea. It smells absolutely divine. I know it's too hot to drink, so I'm just gonna give it a beat so I don't burn my tongue on this video. But that came from this big bag of 100 tea bags of high mountain pure unblended high grown oolong tea. Yeah, so you get 100 tea bags in a bag like this. I love these because they are super convenient. I'm just like a bulk person. I don't like to run out of things, and I find security in knowing that I have like enough of something to last me quite a while. Maybe that's a character flaw, maybe it's just good planning, but I love to have this kind of tea on hand, so having this bulk pack makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and it's just 100% oolong tea. There's even a Darjeeling CTM license number on here. If you're like that seriously into it, you can even check that out on the packaging. You can also check it out on Vahdam's Amazon store. Yeah, this contains caffeine because tea leaves have caffeine in them, right? And yeah, I've already told you how to brew it. You can actually brew this iced as well. And when you're brewing iced tea, you pretty much double the amount of tea you're putting in the same amount of water. You bring it for the maximum time. So for oolong tea, you brew for all the way to 5 minutes. And then you would take out the tea bags or the tea leaves, and you would chill in the fridge for about like 3 to 4 hours, and then serve over ice cubes. And obviously sweeten to taste. This does make a fabulous iced tea. I may or may not have made an iced oolong tea on one of these videos before, but since it's going to be getting warmer soon, it's good to know that this makes a fabulous iced tea. Cool, that's tea number 1 down. Then I think we can move on to another big old bulk bag of pure mint herbal tea. Now, herbal teas by definition don't contain tea leaves. Actually, they're more like infusions, so it's just gonna be, depending on what kind of herbal tea you're looking at, there shouldn't be any tea leaves in it, so it should be caffeine free. And yeah, what you'll find is dried botanicals that you're then going to brew in hot water, and that can be anything from flowers to bark to roots, herbs and spices. And here we have pure mint herbal tea. This is made just with spearmint and peppermint. Now, I love this tea. I love having it in bulk as well. This is also a bag of 100 tea bags. Absolutely love it because it is so refreshing. It's so kind of smells like toothpaste, I won't lie, but it's very refreshing to drink. It tastes good, and I firmly believe in having some mint tea after having a meal. It really helps settle the stomach a lot, and it does kind of leave everyone's breath smelling minty, and I like that a lot. This, you can also make this an iced tea, so like a nice mint refresh on a warm day. But then also I feel like, you know, in the festive times or Christmassy times, when you have like, there's some minty flavors going on there, right? Either way, it's perfect in all seasons, which is why I like to have a bulk bag of this. And I think this bag is currently going for $21.99 on Vahdam's Amazon store. Go and check it out. What shall we look at next? I think we'll look at this box. So this is a box of assorted teas. There's 25 kinds of teas in here with 2 tea bags each. So that's 50 tea bags in this box, and this is $19.99 at the moment. So in here there's like such a good assortment of tea. It's a great thing to purchase if you want to try different kinds of tea and find out, like, you know, what you like, or if you are already a tea lover but you're stuck in one niche and want to expand your tea horizons, this is definitely a wonderful box to buy. So in here we have organic Himalayan green tea, chamomile mint citrus green tea, mint melody green tea, sweet Himalayan green tea, English breakfast black tea, ginger mint green tea, India's original chai tea, Darjeeling summer black tea, cardamom spiced chai, Earl Grey black tea, Earl Grey citrus green tea, Moringa tulsi green tea, Darjeeling spring black tea, High Mountain oolong tea, turmeric ginger herbal tea, turmeric moringa herbal tea, turmeric chamomile herbal tea, turmeric ashwagandha herbal tea, turmeric spiced herbal tea, turmeric pepper herbal tea, Vedic Kada herbal tea, lemon ginger green tea, imperial Himalayan white tea, and Earl Grey spiced chai, and sweet cinnamon chai teas. So that's all inside this box. There is a different assortment box that holds 40 kinds of tea with only 1 tea bag each, and I always joke about that one, that you just cannot share that one. This one, at least, there's 2 tea bags of each variety, so you can either share it or you can just revisit a tea that you like while you wait for your next order to be delivered. Yeah, this is just a great investment if you want to try new teas and explore some of what Vahdam has to offer, because this is actually still just a fraction of the kinds of teas that Vahdam has. But yeah, this is a great way to start. It's also a perfect gift for the tea lovers in your life, and they're convenient, right? Because they're individually wrapped tea bags, so you can just grab a tea bag on the go with you anywhere, and then all you need is hot water and a cup. And I love that. And then also super useful is that in most of these packaging you'll find like a little like and I don't have one within arm's reach right now, but like it's a little pamphlet that says Vahdam on it, and inside is the founder's story, but also instructions on how to brew different kinds of tea. So for your black tea, you'll want to take 1 teaspoon of tea, like this perfect measure, or 2 grams or 1 tea bag, and you want to use 7 ounces or 200 milliliters of water at temperatures between 90 and 100 degrees Celsius, or 194 and 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, I am reading off of something because I cannot remember all of these things all the time. And you want to brew that for 3 to 5 minutes. The same goes for your herbal tea, exactly the same. 1 teaspoon, 2 grams or 1 tea bag of the herbal tea, 7 ounces to 200 or 200 milliliters of hot water between the temperatures of 90 and 100 degrees Celsius, or 194 to 212 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 to 5 minutes. Then we come to green tea. Now for your green tea, you're going to take that 1 teaspoon or 2 grams or 1 tea bag with your 7 ounces or 200 milliliters of hot water, but the temperature is going to be lower, so it's going to be 80 to 90 degrees Celsius or 176 degrees Fahrenheit to 194 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're only going to brew that for 2 to 3 minutes. That's because you don't want to burn the tea. Green tea is the least oxidized of all the teas, so I think like it gets crushed the least, black tea is fully oxidized, so I think that gets crushed the most, and that's what it looks like also if you actually look at the loose leaf teas. So yeah, you don't want to burn your green tea. I think it's a bit more sensitive, you know. Then for your oolong and your white teas, like I mentioned before, you want to take 1 teaspoon or 2 grams or 1 tea bag with 7 ounces or 200 milliliters of water, at temperatures between 80 to 90 degrees Celsius and 176 to 194 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the same as your green tea, but you can brew it longer. So you want to brew it between 3 to 5 minutes, as what I've done here with my oolong tea, but same goes for your white teas. And then when it comes to chai, things get exciting, right? Because there is a traditional way to brew chai. Now, chai is usually black tea with aromatic spices. Vahdam does offer, I think there's like a green chai as well, which is very exciting. But generally speaking, it's black tea with some aromatic spices. And the way to brew that correctly, the traditional way, is to use a pot on a stove with 1 pot milk, 2 pots water, and 1 to 2 teaspoons of chai. What you want to do is you want to take that milk and that water, put it in your pot, bring it to a boil on the stove, then add your 1 to 2 teaspoons of loose leaf chai tea, or 2 tea bags if that's what you got. And then you want to let that boil for 1 to 2 minutes, sweeten to taste, strain and serve. And that is the traditional or correct way to brew your chai teas. I find that having loose leaf teas and having access to this wide range of teas means I get to try different ways of preparing them and figuring out which way is my favorite way. And that's a lot of fun. I like doing stuff like that. But Vahdam does make the correct instructions available to you. Cool. Speaking of chai, we have this bag of original chai spice black tea, and it comes in this little box actually, and it comes vacuum sealed. So they do this like double sealed freshness thingamabobby. And yeah, so it comes vacuum sealed, so it looks a lot smaller than this. And this bag that is currently in comes folded up inside, and you get your sticker to put on yourself as well. I've obviously already done it. This seal on your resealable bag is so wonderful because it reseals so well. You see that? You see that loose leaf masala chai? Definitely aromatic. This is 100% natural spices, black tea with cardamom, cinnamon, black pepper and clove. It is absolutely delicious, which is why this bag is so empty. And it's a family favorite. Do I have a price on this one? This box I believe is $6.99. It is, how many grams is in here? Let me see. I think 100 grams, so that's what, 50 cups of tea for $6.99. Yeah, at 2 grams. Yeah, I think my math is mathing correctly. And that's great. It's great value for money. It's the best chai that you'll have. I mean, in close competition with Vahdam's other chai teas, but yeah, it's a great standard to have, and I love having this in my house. I think I do deserve a sip of my oolong tea because I've been talking so much. I love this. Oh, I love it so much. It's definitely not as strong as a black tea is, but it's also not quite green tea. I like that there's like just like this perfect balance in between. That's good stuff. So good. Give me a moment. Cheers. It's really delicious. I love this tea. Cool. Now let's move on to the last two teas I have to speak to you about today. Here we have English breakfast, a standard classic. Come on, surely you've had it. If you've had tea, I'm sure you've had this. This is a box of 15 tea bags. This, did I have a price for this? No. I'm all over the place today and I do apologize. This does taste great hot or iced. Your standard black teas always make, in my opinion, amazing iced teas. Even when it comes to your chai, brewing it to make an iced chai latte is just absolutely fabulous, and I cannot recommend it enough, especially if you put a little bit of honey in there. I really like that. But this is going to make a fabulous iced tea all on its own without adding any milk or milk substitute. In this box you have 15 individually wrapped tea bags. That's what it looks like inside, and this is what that little individually wrapped tea bag looks like. This one says here black tea 100%, that's all that's in it, and it also has the little USDA organic symbol there, as well as, I just love these like tea specific symbols, like this one that says packed at source in India with love, care and passion. Absolutely love that. Again, this is a great box to have because, you know, if I'm gonna go somewhere and I don't know what kind of tea they have, I want to know that I'm taking quality tea with me. So this makes it super convenient to grab a tea bag and go, because it's individually wrapped. My bulk friends here are not individually wrapped. Then here's also the organic Himalayan pure and natural high grown green tea. This is a box of 15 tea bags, and again I've forgotten to write down a price for it. There's 100% green tea in here. This is what it looks like inside. This is what that individually wrapped tea bag looks like. It's 100% green tea. Yeah, so it does seem about that time that I kind of forget what to say. Not forget what to say, but run out of things other than, oh my gosh, this tea is amazing, and I've even finished my tea. I've shown you all of my tea accessories, but I'm going to show you again my Radiance glass teapot, which is fabulous for making loose leaf tea for multiple people. I often am serving tea to a bunch of people at once, so it's super useful. Then there's this cool pyramid tea infuser, the perfect measure teaspoon, and the square tea infuser, which I love. And that trio is available for sale together if you go and look at Amazon. VAHDAM's Amazon store. Come on, Liesl. Absolutely love this. I like to keep them in their boxes because it makes me feel fancy to unbox them in my videos, and also it just means that like I always know where they are, safe and sound. Yeah, so you can get that trio with 2 double-walled teacups on VAHDAM's Amazon store for $33.99, and the Radiance glass teapot is currently $27.99. By the way, getting this trio and 2 double-walled VAHDAM teacups is a massive deal, so I feel like absolutely worth it. I think there's even a deal if you get those together with the Radiance glass teapot, so definitely worth checking out on VAHDAM's Amazon store, at least at the time of recording. Yeah, so I've told you about the different ways to brew the different kinds of tea, and I did mention that black tea is fully oxidized and dried. Green tea is the least oxidized, so it's the least oxidized to retain the color and the green color and the flavor of green tea. And then there's herbal tea, which is no tea leaves, no caffeine, it's just dried botanicals that you then infuse with hot water. Oolong tea is partially oxidized, so it has a similar taste to fresh green tea, and I just had a cup of that and I love it. White tea is very, very light oxidation. The leaves are basically just withered and dried, so there's no crushing going on there. I think that's what oxidation means. I could be wrong. I do need to study up on this stuff, especially now that I'm doing this video and no one's asking questions. But yeah, so those are the different kinds of tea, and I've also told you that chai is black tea with aromatic spices most of the time. Yeah, so why don't we talk about VAHDAM as a company? I absolutely love that VAHDAM makes such authentic, organic, non-GMO teas, which are luxury teas, honestly, accessible to people like me, who otherwise I don't think would be able to afford it. And when I say luxury, I mean luxury. Like, think luxury. Mariah Carey, Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres all endorse VAHDAM's teas, and I feel like if that's not a sign of luxury, I don't know what is. I can't imagine anything else that Oprah might have in her house that I have in mine, so that's like really cool. And then also the fact that they are verified organic, verified non-GMO, and also verified plastic neutral, right? So as much plastic as they use in their packaging, they also reuse and recycle, and they are also carbon neutral, so they offset their carbon footprint by investing in renewable energy. And I love that. I love that they're so conscious about the planet and the environment. And then they are also very community conscious. So the farmers who farm these teas in India are paid directly. There's no middle person between VAHDAM and the farmers, which means they get paid fairly, and they, you know, get to set the prices of their tea. And what's more than that is that VAHDAM has this whole 1% for education called Teach Me. And what that does is it makes education more accessible to children in rural areas, in effect the children of these farmers who farm these teas. And that's very near and dear to my heart. I believe education should be accessible to all kids. So VAHDAM is actually doing good work in their own community, and that's why I don't mind coming here, having a chat with you about this brand, because as a consumer I can purchase this, drink this, share this, talk about this with clear conscience. And it's not often that one can say that about a brand. So I am very, very happy to be chatting with you about VAHDAM's teas. Yeah, so just a quick run through of what we've spoken about today. This big old bag of High Mountain Oolong tea, 100 tea bags in this big bad boy, and then another big bulk bag of pure mint herbal tea, which is just spearmint and peppermint. Amazing, amazing. Then we had our box of 25 kinds of tea with 2 tea bags each. A great way to try, like, just a brilliant assortment of VAHDAM's teas. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good purchase. And then we have this bag of original chai spiced black tea, which comes vacuum sealed for double freshness, and it comes with this bag, this resealable bag, and your sticker, so you get to like do the whole thing. You get to you get to open the vacuum sealed bag, you get to put your sticker on your resealable bag and pour your tea in there. Alternatively, you could buy the vacuum sealed ones. They take up so little space, so it's really nice to have that like, you know, like as a backup in case you run out. I do intend with my next box of this to like put it in a glass jar and put the sticker on the glass jar. I just feel like that would be so fancy, and then just keep buying like the vacuum sealed bags of tea to like refill and top up my glass jars. That's my goal, okay? I'm just telling you now. And then there's this box of organic Himalayan green tea, 15 individually wrapped tea bags inside this box. And we have English breakfast black tea, 15 individually wrapped tea bags inside this box. Today I shared with you my cup of High Mountain Oolong tea, but it was so good that it's already done. So if you're just joining now, I do apologize. Oh, it was really delicious while it lasted. Yeah, so I guess it's time to pretty much like sign off, say goodbye until next time, which I hope will be super soon. Make sure you go and say I love you in the mirror today. I'm serious, do it. And take a moment to say thank you to yourself for bringing you to where you are today. You woke up today and you even took some time to come and share a cup of tea with me, and I really believe that gives you some bonus points. And I do hope that you find a moment today to do something just for you, even if it is brewing a cup of delicious VAHDAM joy. Yeah, share with someone you love. I don't know, just do one small thing for yourself and appreciate yourself for doing it. And I'll see you next time, and until then, cheers.